on the road. Shall we? Shall we? Who's ready for some boom, baby? Boom! Rise. There's some sun through that cloud. X marks the spot. We got to start the show, ready or not. Life is what you make it. You are who you say you are. And today's morning motivation, who do you think you are? Literally, it's going to come down to the most deepest, realist conversation you've ever had with yourself today. I and forever, your boy Marky Saint, Saints Addiction, aka Mostly Saints. I'm going to go on a tangent and a rant and tell you all about who you are. Literally, metaphorically, physically, spiritually, the whole situation, your aura, the way you come across, your body language. I've been watching on some, what was his name? Chase Hughes. And I listened to a specialist today and I'm going to digest it for you. Boom, baby, boom. Let me get some sip of this life juice, motivated juice. Yep. If you are who you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear. The camera's here and the lights are on, and I want to know, yeah, lyrics on shirt. Fresh you, cool young Luke, little cool young Luke, cool young Luke, Cool Hand Luke, baby. If you've ever seen movies on shirts, you need to check about Cool Hand Luke. It's the ultimate of being a human, you know, when you're up against the worst of it all, digging your own grave, literally in prison. They said you can't eat 50 eggs, and there he did. He stretched out the stomach, and he proved them wrong. He gave the men hope. And that's really strong, you know, especially in leadership. When other sheeple can't see the way through it, they're going to let fear guide them. And today I want fate to guide you. It's focus, authority, tribe, and emotion. We're going to predict our neural pathways from here on out. That's right. All of us are addicts. I've been saying it for a minute, okay? And each one of us has a neural pathway. They're calling it a dopamine map, if you haven't already tracked your own dopamine map. But odds are, if you've been watching the show, you already know. I never called it that before. But literally been calling people out on their dopamine mapping or searching, always searching. Even said it yesterday that I'm not going to get out hustled by a crackhead, right? You know what I mean? If they can get up every day and find a way, your boy Motivated Juice can find the juice worth the squeeze, right? You're going to find something that presses that button inside of you. We all have buttons. I don't give a fuck who you are. It's human. We're talking about the mammal brain, bro. I want to say mammalian brain, but our mammal brain, right, is going to be telling us insane stuff. And I remember with your boy, what was it, Tony Robbins, his last infomercial was like, you got 52 chromosomes, no, 52 hormones running through your body, sending you neural pathways. There's not even a connection, y'all. There's chemicals between the connections. And those chemicals will be pre-predictors for our behavior, strong ones, in fact, genetic ones, that'll make you reach deep into your ancestors and be like, yeah, whiskey works for me, coffee works for me, porn works for me. I don't give a fuck who you are. The statistics are already telling us that's who we are. And as us as people, they're watching us do our own brain scans. They're doing everything they can to do emotional control. That's who people that really have it all. Like anybody that's got emotional control. Ooh, we got a little bit of sunlight coming out. We got a little bit of shine, right? Anybody that can control their mind. Oh shit, here comes the helicopter. Can't you see the private jets flying over you? Get a little sunshiny. I do. And it was like, who the fuck do you think you are? Oh shit, he booked to the left. I thought he was gonna go straight. What happened, homie? You don't want none? You don't want none, son? You don't want none, son? Back the fuck up off me and my dream and my team, yo. Get the fuck up out of here, seek their get on. You know what I mean? I said, get up out of here. Get that fear up out of here. He starts placing the blink rate of people, right? Are people processing? Are they dipping out? They start tracking not only body language, but also implementing things. So it's like, they know the ebb and flow of a conversation. They know that there's going to be empathy. Now, Intersect.ai, our team is practicing these things, an AI that will have more empathetic responses and pauses long enough and understand. We want that from our AI. We don't want a robotic response, not even from a lover. So when these things are happening, like, who the fuck do you say you are? Who the fuck do you think you are? Is now coming out of every pore of your being, right? Like everything that you did, you went through a construct. You literally, app in an hour, set up apps in your head to respond for different things. Case in point, I call you off the phone, hey, it's a cold call. Within seconds, you went and adapted that app and went, oh, this is a prank call, hang up. Fuck you, get a job. Whatever response and app you set up for yourself is the way you will be. And we didn't even know it. We weren't even prepared for it. As a psychologist and somebody's been working on your shadow work, you made it. Oh, dude, it was like my favorite quote of all time, bro. It's like asking an 8-year-old to build a house with foundation. You as 8 years old, 5, 6, 7, 8, the most mature you could be, as soon as your brain could develop energy and emotion, fate, focus, authority, team, tribe, sorry, I keep saying tribe, and emotion. When you started giving yourself emotional maturity to protect yourself from your wants and your needs and other experiences from other human beings, you set up an app that said, I default to this emotion. I default to this kind of standard in my life, and this is who you are. And you didn't even fucking know it. Before you know, you even calculated, like, what did the guy say? He's like, I'm a pretty smart human being, but sometimes I find myself in the refrigerator and I don't know why I'm standing there. Your mammalian brain, your mammal brain, that monkey brain is sending you signals that'll drive you insane. It goes against most of our code. It'll go against most of our morals. It'll go against most anything because there is a need, right? Deep down inside, when we evolved, and all of us will need something that day, bro, get out of my way. If it's for protecting me, myself, and my family, some children, all of a sudden you're a different mammal, right? If you feel danger from a different mammal and they're attacking you physically, verbally, abuse, how do you respond? Like a monkey. You'll show your teeth, you'll show your claws, your voice will go up in tempo. There's so many things that we do that we don't see. There's a whole invisible, more than like because I like to think I do psychology and zodiacs together, but we'll have to throw body language in there as well, because are you who you say you are? In your core, do you hold yourself up high? Are you just trying to do it because someone gave you the instructions? Or have you held yourself up high because of habit? Because that's who you are. You've experienced life enough to say that my shoulders are back and I know I can make it. I know who I am. I know I can be the CEO of a multi-million-dollar AI company, Intersect.ai. AI solutions in seconds. I'm running this ship. And it's been my whole life for it, 45 years almost, to come here to this moment and go, I can lead. I can beat Microsoft. We're up against Microsoft right now, me and my team, and nobody flinched. Nobody went like, they might have a bigger budget, or those boys. And they're like, no, anybody can have a dog in a hunt in this game. Anybody can have a chance if they want to put themselves on. If you want to get off your dopamine, right, and actually get some real dopamine. This guy is so genius, Chase Hughes, you motherfucker. You're so smart to make him give himself free dopamine. He's putting notes in his pocket, my nigga, in his pocket, going like, you're a fucking all-star. The next time you go in your pocket, you just gave yourself a boost of natural, free fucking dopamine, where everyone else is getting it from wherever they can. They're on their phone, thirsty than a motherfucker. Oh, I need some more water, bro. I'm blowing. I already just had my whole meeting with my team, and everybody is on all fucking cylinders. If anything, AI is pushing us to the limits of our creativity, how to work with each other, how to learn, how to talk. It was just like, it forced me to have a team. It forced me to not be on an individual sport anymore. I realized quickly that I was playing in my own paradigm, right? I was mapping my own dopamine, and it was making me walk the same path every day. And I'm like, wait a minute. In Saints Addiction, the switch, which they call over here, I don't know his terminology. I have to read his book, but I will read his book too. It's on my Ever After app. I have a lot of books. But one of the things that they were talking about is like the mapping, right? This lady goes on, it's probably one of the most important podcasts that they could do, but they said dopamine is an important part of our lives, right? It's not that we want to be dopamine fasting or trying to switch dopamine. Dopamine is so integral to our motivation, it's not even funny. Discipline sold separately, but with us, it's such a reward system to have sex, food, and these pleasure items for us that, of course, us like little rats, they took it out of us. They took it out of the rats even, and without the dopamine, they wouldn't even eat. I mean, they would eat, but they wouldn't get that amazing amount of pleasure like eating would that gives us that reinforcement to go chase it. And all of us have reinforcements. All of us have operant conditioning. All of us have cognitive dissonance, and I'll explain some of this more in depth later, but you'll have to watch some of my hand-drawn videos. I got to put this out in notes. This is such a thick subject, but to know who you are, now you're saying, not only do I identify as myself as a being, I have a shirt, being over human. That's mostly saints, but I have it in me already. I have the confidence, right, to approach this situation. There were like 3 C's. It was like confidence and it's not clarity. Yeah, confidence, clarity, and it wasn't aptitude. It was something like aptitude, where you have credentials, maybe. It was something like that. But when you have authority in those positions, this faith, that you're like, look, man, I am the guy for the job. I'm built for this shit. It isn't something that just felt in my lap. It's something that not only I know, live, and breathe when I'm off camera, when I'm not on a live, that I do this. I just did laps, talking this way, running out of breath with my team on the phone, 3 guys worldwide. I'm this way. And you won't want to fake the way that you're not. That human beings have a whole set of increments that we have focused on over evolution to say that you're not naughty or nice. That if you are who you say you are, we can feel the confidence on you. Women can smell if you've masturbated and if you're low in testosterone. We can feel your authority because other people may bow their heads a little bit and you walk with your chest up a little bit more, or you're not Gaston. We can see Gustav. We can see the fake, the dude. That's your boy. Anyway, fucking Fabio, right? Like there's people that have their air up there, so high up their ass, they forgot who the fuck they were. And that's why I say, who the fuck do you think you are? Not who the fuck do you think you are. Do you know who you are? Do you not even think of the concept of your aura, your emotional status, the way you come across? And a lot of us, we're just be like, I am the way that I am, take me as I am. Famous Marilyn Monroe, if you don't take me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. And people will present that ego version of themselves over and over again. They'll have their arms crossed. They'll have their teeth clenched. They'll have their tongue up to the top of their mouth. And they're not relaxed. That person doesn't show authority. That person doesn't show confidence. Again, we're asking an 8-year-old to build a house for us. And you're just like, this emotional house that you gave yourself, you revert back to this because it's the way we are. These neural pathways are so thick. They're made out of more than concrete. They're the pathways that you always go to. So now they become addictions. These rats wouldn't even, with the cheese put in front of them without dopamine, they'd starve to death. They didn't even have the motivation enough to get it. So some of this is Saints Addiction. Some of this is motivation. No joke about it. It gets you to go places. I've been saying it. It's the shine. It's the Quan. It's your reason why. So if you developed out your neuro pathway and said, hey, here's my dopamine map. This is what I like to go to. And we all like to go to the same thing. So don't act brand new. I don't even want to hear it. Everybody watches porn statistically. Everybody eats food statistically. Overeats food statistically. Specifically sugars and salts like a motherfucker. Thank you very much, energy. Yeah, bro. Motivated Juice on Instagram. And this message was brought to you by Roken Vapes, champion of vapes. Just press it 5 times. Cartridges sold separately. Saints Addiction cartridges. Saints Addiction. We on a mission. Look at that bubble. Look at that gold. Let's go, bro. Let's go. 2025. Let's go! You know, like all my being, through my fibers, through my ideas, through my DNA, through my cells, and my belief system, that I'm ready to rocket launch a whole system. It's like no stopping. My team is ready. I assembled the team. I got us a deal. I reached out for it. Got the appointment, and now we're preparing for it. The biggest pitch of my life. It could be a multi-million-dollar deal, and that's no lie. Give me a girl that can suck the oil out of my cartridges, please. There's a meme. Nine seconds. These are real smoking reviews. Honest reviews from honest stoners. I don't fake the funk. Even got disposables now. Look how pretty that blue is. Look how pretty that blue is. But I'm not brand new. I've been preparing myself this my whole life, and to wrap my head around multi-million-dollar deals, and to wrap my head around growth and who I say that I am before I even enter a room. And you get to wear your t-shirts, and you can say a lot about yourself with the shirt you're wearing, the clothes you're wearing, your body language, your mannerisms, your attitude, your aura. All of this shit, we're picking all up on it. We're all mammals. We can feel the distress. We can tell when something's scurry. We can feel when something's fake. And that's what makes it authentic. I had to be real about my addictions. Everybody else is like, no, I'm good. And it was like, no, all of us are chasing that dopamine like a motherfucker, bro. And I just want to know, where's your sources? First I get that coffee. Then I walk my dog. Then I chase the money. Then I numb out. Then I cash out. Then I go get a reward. I buy myself a purse. I buy myself some food. I buy, and now you're in the consumer cycle. Oh, you thought you had free will. Yeah, that dopamine's got you by the balls, the short and curlies, your ovaries. I promise. All of us. Mention Saints Addiction on Roken Vapes and get 15% off. Holla. And that's it, bro. It was like, I am who I say that I am. And I say that in the mirror in the morning. And I have that I love you. And I brush with my left hand. And say something nice about my body and how I feel good about doing pull-ups again. And how my chest is popping. And everybody said I had lost weight. And they were giving me compliments. And, you know, all of it, bro. You know, it's the energy that you bring. It's that confidence. That's your authority. Authority will be superseding almost everything. They did another test with people, dropped some gems. And the guy was like, you go in, you don't know the dude. hi, who wants to be the tutor, who wants to be a student kind of thing, and you're supposed to execute this person. I'm going to say execute. You execute this process of zapping them when they get the quiz wrong, and they have this guy in a lab coat, and he's an authoritative figure, and since he's in a position of authority, everybody froze and kept zapping the person, even as the person pleaded for death and said, please stop. Then they faked death. They kept zapping these motherfuckers, bro. Or like, please continue with the test. Please continue with the test. And that group think is what I'm trying to kill. That's what my brand is for. That's the reason why I have an Anarchy A. Hold up. I'm trying to show this every day. That's the reason I have the Anarchy A on my back. Because I believed in my own mental freedom. I believed that I would be wasting my talent in an hourly job, that I was just afraid to make the tough phone calls, and that if I just got off my ass like I do in the morning and chip away, eventually, right? Chip away eventually, we'll be there, bro. Yamo be there. Yamo will build something that people will have confidence in and volunteer and put in sweat equity and build things. That we would have the ability to come together as a team, just like a Voltron, form like Voltron, and slide your hands together so you have a sword full of energy, right? Like, all of us have the capacity, but we also have top 5 lows. What was his top 5 lows? Like, there's gonna be things that stop us too. Each one of us is drilling holes in our canoe. So it's just like one of them, you're gonna be, what was his thing? There's like fear of being understood, you know, sticking out, you know, being introvert, extrovert, these kind of things that I can't public speak, or I've always shied away. Plastic Pocket Challenge, y'all, McDonald's. That I've always shied away from confrontation, or I was afraid to talk about masturbation, or I was afraid to talk about the honest version of me, that people would shun me, and if I get shunned, then I'm outside of the group, and then this fear cycle starts, and how he tells you to post things inspirational all the time and always leave it on, have it in the car, have it on your phone. It'll just be a whole sliding deck of inspirational things that you can see and want to be, and constantly be inspired, because that's our subliminal programming. Whether we like it or not, we're listening. So if we're telling ourselves little slights like, bitch, you too fat, or he'll never love you, or, you know what I mean? That's only for rich people. Your programming is true. Your brain is believing whatever you want it to, and that's the fucking truth of it. So when I say, like, who the fuck do you think you are? Who do you think that you are? Thinking as that process goes out, the feeling, like it was Larry Olson did for our whole team at Findlay. He said, okay, we're gonna have everybody stand up and sing. Everybody's butthole pinched, bro. Everybody was like, uh-oh, I gotta sing in front of my peers at 10 a.m. in the morning. What the fuck? I don't want to do that, right? And this ain't a karaoke. I'm not drunk enough for it, right? And that's what it is. It's the people being brave without being drunk, right? It's having the emotional ability to process anything and not get flustered. They want to say stoic, right? But it's not even just stoicism. It's like you're detached. It's something different than stoic. Some people don't trust stoicism. They don't feel it to be authentic. So it's just like, you know, it's body language. It's like, bro, you're giving me vibes. As these girls be saying, right? The vibes, bro. That's all it is. Everybody's going off of vibes. Girls are like, why'd you go off with him? He made me feel safe. Or I liked his smile. Or I liked the jib of his jibe. Bro, that was all vibe. That was literally you putting off the potency, and I'm doing it already for my sales technique and for me closing this deal and being the authority and having the tribe with them and having the emotion with them, and also putting on the, what's the F for? The F is for Wheezy F baby. Because the F is for finisher. No, it's the fate. It's the, what's the F, Mark? You just posted it. Focus. Damn, bro. Did I ever need it? Maybe not need a smoke. Like, I've been trying to get that focus, like not even smoke, bro. Like, I needed my brain to work for me and not hide from my own emotions and have my own blind spots where I didn't see how I process things. I didn't see my dopamine map, that I would still come here and walk, get my dopamine from the walk, get my dopamine from the sun. I heard once the melatonin, when the sun gets when melatonin gets sunshine, it turns into serotonin. I don't know, but it's working on me. And I don't know if You know, I can feel the dopamine rush every time I want to hit this pen and get my dopamine, right? Like I'm human too. I love hitting pens and getting high in the morning. I love my pleasure centers like you, human too, me and you, like all of us. There's something that presses our button. And we press it often. And the flood that we get from dopamine isn't the problem. It's the negative dopamine, right? I guess there's a positive and negative dopamine, because that positive dopamine, that free dopamine, when you see a friend you ain't seen in a long time, free dopamine. Novelty is free dopamine, right? Like we'll just stare at something like, whoa, I've never seen a pink elephant before. And of course, it's just giving you novelty. It's giving you sensation. So we like oddities. We like unusual things. We'll like anything, curiosity, drama. They love to fucking fuck with us. They actually got the neural pathways on this that they'll took you up, down, up, down, up, down in emotions. He's like, have you ever cried over a 60-second reel? Like you weren't even ready for it to tear you up. He's like, there you are all alone, tearing up. Tui on that, because guess what, bro? They're trying to peek and you so that way you can purchase. They've literally mapped our human brains to say that as we go up and down after about 5-6 cycles, let's call it Viper over at Magic Mountain, after 7 loops, you are more susceptible to buying. It's another consumer loop. I kept telling you, bro. And we're all digitally mapped this way. We're all dopamine mapping ourselves into oblivion. And I just wanted to have a conversation like, who are you? Who do you think you are? Because if you think you're free, then try to break a routine, right? Try to get past all these clouds and weirdness. Almost fell down. You know, try to see your shine through a cloud and say, okay, I am this way for certain. And I also wanted to make a new year, new me, also a new outcome. And I also wanted to say that I am this way from here on out. I'm forever confident. I do need to straighten out my back more. I have been around the world 3 times, and I am going up against Microsoft to get $1 million contract with my old job. And I do have a team, and I do have the wherewithal to put this team together and make it shine. You know, this is it. You know, all of these times that everyone else is trying to have their fate dictated by someone else, or let their feelings dictate how their reactions will be, or if any of this stuff ever stopped you, you never practiced bravery. You never practiced your 10 seconds of bravery. You never got the chance to go past something that you hesitated on, and to follow through would be an execution for you in your life on all many levels. That's why I'm so excited this morning, because it's like, you think it's like just asking for a raise at your job? Ryan said the other day, I need this raise, bro. No. They need to give you a raise, bro. And not in a cocky, egotistical way, but in a, I am the type of person that will elevate, not just for numbers, but in production. That I will earn from what I learned. That I will transpire after something I transcribed. I'm literally inevitably making my life. And I've done that my whole life. Taking this experiment. It's an experiment. Maybe it could have gone wrong. I've not been in prison. I've been in jail. I've done some things, you know, I'm not perfect. But I wanted to try. And I'll be damned if I called it failure. It was another lesson. And each time we all get that chance, dude. It's like we're programming ourselves. And while AI is over there worried about taking your job, it's not worried about taking your job. You're worried about it taking your job. And I'm over here saying, why don't you get to learn something new? You don't have to be afraid of it any more than I do. You know, there's things that we leave in ignorance. We let our emotions do the intelligence, and we just say, oh, that's just the way that I am. But those are also learned behaviors. There's a lot of that going on around here where we just see, monkey do, and I don't want to be a monkey anymore. We are monkeys with lightning in our hand. It's the 25th century, bro. It moved that fast. You want to call it the 21st. It's been the 21st. It's now 2025. And there is AI. And we're going to do leaps and light years ahead with robots. You know, there's a robot right there. It's a tractor and a trailer. But you didn't see it that way, right? You had your Saint Shades on. You didn't see those were robots. The cars are robots. The car wash is a robot. The fucking dishwasher's a robot. Toaster's a robot. You know, we've been surrounded by robots, and I told my grandma, wait till you see the robots start walking the dog, bro. Like, it's our size. It's our weight. And it talks like us. We mimicked ourselves in our own likeness. This is happening. It's not waiting for 2050. It's happening now. I now. So you get to choose every day what kind of programming you want to be, you know, what kind of AI you want to be, what kind of robot you want to be, because I promise you, you're following something and it's trackable and there's no hiding from it. That's your marijuana motivation. I hope you stay motivated. I hope you get that motivated juice. I hope you find the juice worth the squeeze, because it's happening whether you like it or whether you please. Peace and love and Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever, and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. The other side of your fears, fate over fear, focus, authority, tribe, emotion. It's for everything in life. It's the code of life. It's everything. Our brain waves, our pathways, our brain, mammal, lizard, all of it. It's all going down. Your boy Marky Saint just broke it down in the 30 minutes, and that's Reach, Preach, and Teach. I'm out this bitch. Peace. Whew. Man alive.